Okay. Hey, what's up, dudes? So, right now I'm training in the Revenant Cave, and I have 212 million points 600k gold in this game. I've defeated 16,600 Revenants, which is pretty good. So today I just decided to run. Like, I did 10 miles so far in September. It's like September 18th or something, and last year I did 25 miles in September. I had a much stronger August, but yeah, yesterday I think like that loud humming I heard was possibly my pool motor for some reason. So yeah, I think that may have been my pool motor. So last week when I ordered Domino's, I got a free 2-topping medium pizza as long as I go pick it up, which is pretty cool, right? Like, normally the larges are 14 inches and the mediums are 12 inches. I have like burritos and other stuff that I guess after this I can do some job applications. The Rev Cave last night, I see I got a chat, but I saw like the OBS Studio chat symbol was in my chat when I opened the dock for that. Because if you look at when I leave the cave, I'll show my OBS Studio. So yeah, I have my OBS Studio over here, and if you go to docs and you go to chat, oh, why rune plate legs? Where's the full Justy? Nice. Well, you only keep 3 items when you get PK'd in the Revenant Cave or the Wilderness, as long as you don't initiate the PK. So, unless you use Protect Item Prayer. That's why I'm using rune plate legs instead of the full Justy. Alright, let's maximize this. I always have my OBS open on like the other side of the screen, like all the time. So reading wouldn't be an issue, because that's how my screen is always set up. So I'm using Blighted Food in the Wilderness because it's way cheaper, and funnily enough, my like 60 hours of Revenant caving in the past month or so, they were all like with half off food. So it was like the biggest run in the Revenant Cave ever to train my character, because Osmumten's Fang, it's like only 12 million gold right now. Normally last year it was like 40 million, and it fell all the way to like 20 million, and I bought all of them at like 12 million. I only have one now, but I could have 3. I decided to go with the bow of Ferdinand, because I'm a bow boy. The bow of Ferdinand is like, you need to do Song of the Elves quest in order to equip it, and that may sound like slightly complicated, but per my hunter video yesterday, if you reach level 70 hunter and then you reach level 70 farming and 70 construction, and you do all the quests, then you could go to Perfidinus and fight the Fragments of Saren boss. She's one of the gods in RuneScape, and she's a fairy lady that's like dark pink, and I mean, she appears in RuneScape 3 as well. Like you saw, I have like a ton of RuneScape 3 characters. I did the Temple of Amanishi and in the Curse of the Black Stone quest, which is super fun. You guys know the new update for this game. It comes out like September 25th, which I'm pretty stoked about. I was just checking my chat. Yeah, so it makes sense to leave the Revenant Cave every so often, because like my guy looks like the Dark Souls 3 like Soul of Cinder dude. So that's like pretty cool, I think. Because the Soul of Cinder, as long as you don't link the bonfire in Dark Souls 3 after you beat him, then you could go and do the DLC. Okay? So that's what I did. Because at the end of Dark Souls 1, when you beat Lord Gwyn, if you end up linking the first flame, then it just restarts your entire game. So that's like a huge issue, because you could just go do the DLC in Dark Souls 1. I think by going near the Hydra, who's near the Black Knight Halberd area. And Dark Souls 3, I mean, you could fight the Nameless King, for example. You could fight Havel's armor near a dragon on top of a building. You could fight the Nameless King. Fight's so cool. It's so hard, but with the Black Knight Greatsword, the really big one, it makes the fight pretty good, because you could hit him with the super long swing, and it works out pretty well. Especially if you hit him when he's stunned, because you could do like a ton of damage. You do like a third of his health, at least in his first form. I fought the Nameless King before. I'm sure all you guys are super stoked for Black Myth Wukong, and the fact that like, oh, I got a chat. You can read chat now. Yes, Node HF. What's up? Yeah. Of course I can read chat. So I'm streaming with OBS Studio, per my YouTube description, and all of you guys can essentially, like, I have a coding website as well, vbatutorialcode.com, where I review Amazon Kindle books for the office, because I like to use old school RuneScape to apply to jobs, because the game's on mobile and on desktop. You can play it on Jagex Launcher, and the membership works on old school RuneScape and on RuneScape 3. RuneScape 3, you could do like daily challenges to level up, and I went to mid-level before I bought 500 keys. You get 500 keys free when they have the deal during the loot duel, or loot room, or Dragon's Dozen, or Tinker's Trail. Those are basically my favorite key events that they have, because if you Google like RuneScape 3 Treasure Hunter schedule 2024, you could see when each of the key events are, or what's currently the key event. I like to use what's it called, in regards to the key events, whenever you use like your bonus stars, if you use like a Phoenix lamp or a prismatic lamp, it redeems your bonus EXP. It sounds super complicated, but I mean, like I was saying before, RuneScape 3 has like a ton of gods in Sentistan, and you don't have to do anything, like at all. You could just go look at them. They're also in the Gower quest. The Gower quest, I mean, you need like 20 quest points or whatever to do it, but it's pretty cool. You get like a vegetable patch. I edited the first half of the quest. You get like a cabbage patch, you give them like a pink crown, and then they like teleport you into like this black hole, and you have to like find a skeleton, and then you teleport into like this bar room with like a spider, and it has various gods in there. such as Commander Ziliana, Bandos, and maybe additional gods. And then it also has one of the people from Temple of Amanishi, the first boss in there. It's like Claw Ella or something. It's pretty cool. Because I think Commander Ziliana, she's in the God Wars dungeon possibly in this game. I've never fought her, but she has like a lion as a pet that you have to fight, and a unicorn. I like to switch worlds while in the Revenant Cave. If someone tries to PvP me, you could use Protect Item when you switch worlds because it toggles it off. And you keep an extra item when you get PvP'd. As long as you don't initiate the PvP and you have Protect Item on by leveling up your prayer, then you keep 4 items if you get PvP'd, right? So obviously the Revenant Cave is like the best way to make money in this game. You will get PvP'd a ton though, and you do need to level up your attack strength a lot. Like I like to level west of the GE here, which I teleport to with the wealth ring. I run over here with the brass key, which you get in somewhere on Google, and I fight the Iron Hill Giants until I reach level 75 attack and like 40 strength, and then I go into the Brimstone Volcano and I fight the lesser demons. You teleport there with your Amulet of Glory to Karamja. Karamja is actually the same island that has the steel and bronze dragons that I showed in my Slayer training video. So if you guys have never seen the steel dragons, it's pretty easy. You could just buy trading sticks from the GE. So you buy 5,000 of them, and then you bring a rope to the western part of Karamja that I showed in my Slayer video over here. So if I zoom out, you go to Karamja. So if you go over here with 5,000 trading sticks and a rope, you could go in, and if you have an extended super anti-fire potion, you could stand near like the bronze dragons. You run to the north and go to the west, you can see the steel dragons. They're significantly cooler than the normal dragons and the Revenant dragons in the Revenant Cave. Today's a pretty good day though. I ran however many miles. So let me have a stamina potion. I leveled my agility a bunch, because your agility up here, it lets you run around. You have to be a member to level your agility, but yeah, one day I went from 1 to 30 in like 2.5 hours. I trained on like near the gnome strongholds on the gnome agility course to level 15, and then in Alcarid near Lumbridge through the 10 gold gate I trained to level 30, and then you go to Varrock and you could train to level 40, and then you go to Kennephis and train to level 60 as long as you priest and Peril quest. So there's like a bunch of like mini tied together groups of like quests in this game, and you do them in parts, which lets you access other parts of the game, read some more lore, and yeah, I mean, I'm playing on my Alienware Aurora R11 PC. It's a very good PC. I have every single game on this planet. If you saw on my YouTube channel, I have every single vinyl record on this planet, not really, and every single Game Informer. But I choose to play a lot of the new games because I find that they're very good. And I mean, this game's on iPhone. Like, I played this game for 122 days, and I had played up until and including Dragon Slayer back in the day. So I had a ton of fun memories going to the quest list and doing. They have Vampire Slayer in Draenor, where you can fight Dracula in a mansion, which is super cool. But recently in RuneScape 3, I did the Myri quest series, and I did Lord of Vampirium, and I was able to, on top of the tower, I like impaled the vampire on top of his castle, which is super cool, like way cooler. I thought it was pretty fun to see Mauritania and whatever else that village was called. Right? It was super fun. I'm stoked for the new update though, 9.25, because that's Varlamore update 2 of 3. It's gonna have a 20 plus person combat level 90 like dragon on a hill. So I guess with 20 other people or something, you can fight him, and I mean that sounds fun. And then part 3 they recently went over in like their summer thing. They were talking about, oh, I don't have my Ring of Wealth. If you forget your Ring of Wealth, you could either lose to someone on purpose, or you could teleport with the obelisk until you are in level 13 wilderness near the Ferox Enclave. Like, I normally just run up to the dragons and I let them beat me, because you could recover all your items from death, but I just teleported. It randomly teleports you when you stand still. I normally turn off auto retaliate if I'm getting PvP'd. So you go into the Ferox Enclave here, pass through the barrier, and there's a bank within here. It's still in the wilderness, but I don't think when you're in here it is. You could actually set this as your spawn point as well, and run out of here to the west and go into the other entrance to the Revenant Cave. So yeah, it's always relatively close by if you forget to bring a Ring of Wealth to teleport out. Because with purple jewelry, you could teleport at level 30 wilderness, and then with blue jewelry, or green, I think green jewelry, you could teleport at level 20 wilderness and use teleport tablets. I don't know about blue jewelry. So right now I'm using the special attack with the Osmumpton Fang, which requires level 82 attack. And from like level 75 attack to level 82, I use the Bando Scott Sword. And then the Osmumpton Fang is so good. I can't believe it. They brought the Bando Scott Sword and the Osmumpton Fang down so much in price, so that other people can access it. Because the Osmumpton Fang, like if you do the Perilous Moons quest in Varlamore near the Coliseum, after doing Twilight's Promise, you could level your prayer a ton, right? Just by fighting the Perilous Moons. Because you could fight the Blood Moon with the Bando Scott Sword or the Dual Machio Heedle. Mostly the Bando Scott Sword. You need like high slash for his fight, and then you could use the Osmumpton Fang versus the Eclipse Moon, and then you could use crush weapon like Dual Machio Heedle or Bando Scott Sword crush stance. You could change stances versus the Blue Moon, and you get a ton of Blessed Bone Shards, which level your prayer a ton. I did the Perilous Moons for 20 hours. I made 20 million gold, and I leveled my prayer from 70 to 75 over here. See? So it's like 71 to 75, but I still have like 900 Blessed Bone Shards or something. So I mean, that's definitely like a goal boss to go fight, because you could just keep leveling your prayer. And I mean, Varlamore is a really cool area and it looks super cool. Like, that's what I would think of as RuneScape in general. Because you got like Shallow Village quest, which like you fight like ghosts, like tribal ghosts that are buried, and you unlock like the zombie town that has like a furnace that's like close to the bank, which I thought was like cool at a low level, because at level 41 mining you unlock gem mining, right? And gems, I thought at least, were worth a ton of gold back then. Like red topaz is worth a ton when it's uncut. And I mean, while you're mining the gems there, You could chisel them as well, or just sell them for other gems to do Shadow of the Storm quest and fight the demon Sadrith Nar. But yeah, at level 41 mining, when you unlock Napotsley, where the Paris Moons quest is after doing Twilight's Promise quest, you could mine at level 41 mining over here. You can essentially mine Blessed Bone shards if you're not strong enough to fight them yet. So you could still level your prayer anyway, so that you could use Protect Melee at level 43 in the Brimstone Volcano against the lesser demons, and then just keep drinking prayer potions, and you could sit there for like pretty long. And you could buy prayer potions with like the gems. So, I mean, like what else do you want to do? Like, to get to Shallow Village, obviously you need to train agility a little bit, because you have to jump over the stone to the waterfall. And then, I mean, another series after that that's fun is obviously Tree Gnome Village Quest and Grand Tree, because they do like Spirit Tree travel to Ardoon, where you could do Plague City to level your mining to 15 immediately. And like, I mean, you travel from like Port Sarim to get there, and essentially like the southernmost guy, the guy with the top hat, Port Sarim's like west of Draenor, where you do Vampire Slayer and you chop willow trees. I don't recommend leveling your woodcutting, but I mean, you can if you want to join the woodcutting guild. It's definitely a time sink for no reason, and it makes more sense just to level your fighting, so you can go in the Revenant Cave and make more gold. But, I mean, yeah, Port Sarim goes to, like, near Ardoon, to Port Khazard, with the top hat guy, to the southernmost portion. So, I mean, if you go to, like, Pest Control teleport from GE, you can run north to the Squire, and then go to Port Sarim, and then run south, and then go to Port Khazard. And, I mean, it's pretty useful. Tree Gnome Village quest is fun, because if you do Tree Gnome Village and Grand Tree quest, Grand Tree takes a little bit of time, but you fight the Black Demon in it, if you're a high enough level. And after that, you do Monkey Madness, and you could get a Dragon Scimitar while you're working to make the gold to actually buy your weapons. But they made the dual Makuhito like somewhat cheaper for some time, in addition to the Ursine Chain Mace. It was like 3 million, now it's at like 6 million, 5 million. It went up a little bit, but you could use that and do more damage in the wilderness. Like yeah, they had some like really good deals for really strong weapons recently in the game, if you were following along. I mean, not everybody can really keep up with just how huge this game is, especially since like Saren obviously is an elf lady, so, and it's real, so okay. Because like I heard even I heard on Twitch that like technically if you play this game, like people inherently like you. Yo, did you guys see my classic consoles playlist? How cool is that? Oh yeah, I can read chat now. Yeah, I totally remembered to read chat. I have my root beer, and I have burritos. I never drink soda. I always drink water. I used to always drink low-fat milk, a ton. But, thankfully after, like, college, my metabolism wasn't as ridiculously fast. So, I mean, at like 3 years after college, it wasn't as ridiculously fast. What burrito? El Monterey. Chicken. No, steak. Yeah, steak. El Monterey shredded steak, cheese, and rice burrito. It's like Monterey in Seaside, or near Seaside, at the Jersey Shore. They have shore houses with outdoor wooden showers near the golf course. The mini golf course, of course. South Carolina actually has the Myrtle Beach. They have like the coolest mini golf courses ever. It's like Shipwreck, or like Dragon's Dogma. That was a good one, right? Hilarious. So I'm making bank. I'm making bank, dude. I'm about to play Stuntman. I'm gonna beat the end of Stuntman right now. What burrito? Yo, just wait, guys. The Halloween festival is coming to my town soon. It's gonna be so cool. I'm gonna get shish kebabs. I'm gonna go to the Pollos Locos El Golden Soda Corral. They have the Fantastico. The soda just called Fantastico. And everyone, like, they're all just Spanish, and they just give you golden soda. It's like Harry Potter, except it's Halloween. And people set up their own stands, and they sell things. I should set up a stand and sell my Game Informers. Like, no, $50 each. It's going pretty well. So I'm 75.5% into my next level. 75.5%. So whoever just joined, obviously, I was just talking about the Fantastico festival near my house, where they serve shish kebabs and Fantastico. Yeah, so I think personally wearing the Justicar armor set with the Osmumton, like, you could only wear 3 items in the wilderness. 4, arguably, if you have a protect item. And this piety I got from the Camelot Quest series. By defeating Sir Lancelot, you get 10,000 XP in a skill of your choice, which obviously it's either attack, strength, magic, or defense, possibly ranged. And yeah, I mean, I could barely beat Sir Lancelot. It was so difficult, dude. Oh, nice. You're doing the Moon's bosses right now. That's very exciting. Yeah, I fought them 110 times. You had to do it solo. But, like, I bought the bow of Ferdinand, right? And apparently in Perfidious, like the elf town, with fairies everywhere, and they're all real. You could apparently change the color of the bow of Ferdinand with like a crystal. And you could change it to like black, you could change it to red, you could change it to, I think, green. So, like, it's basically like a lightsaber, technically. And, I mean, I saw someone, his name was Pack the Yak, P-A-C-K space the space Y-A-K. He beat the Tombs of Amasket boss with the bow of Ferdinand. The bow of Ferdinand. That's hard to say, dude. I'll show it right now, though. I made like a hunter video, which is pretty fun, yesterday. I think it's pretty useful. Like YouTube, you could just upload a video and you get like impressions for like a new, like relatively relatable topic, and then like people see that you're live while they're looking at your new video, and then they can relate to the topic at hand. And it's just always new people, because nobody ever comes back. And technically, like, YouTube is much more of a friendly platform than any other platform could possibly be. Because like Twitch, it's like you're not really ranking in the results for Twitch, like, at all. Like, you sit there and it's like, all right, so I'm going to increase the price by 5% so it sells a little bit faster. Yeah. But that's just like if you're like trying to be like a fairy boy with like in TOA specifically. Like, check this out, dude. Like, look at that bow. It's mad cool, dude. Like, significant. You could tell that they crushed at least like 10 generations of like development into that. Cause that's like the wireframe design. Like, it's so powerful that like it's see-through. So I don't mean to negatively talk about RuneScape 3 or gaming in general, though, just by saying that like I want to do Song of the Elves quest, because like inherently by saying that you're basically saying like what about the RuneScape 3 Necromancy quest line, or the City of Sintistan quest line, where you can fight the gargoyles in RuneScape 3. Like, I fought the grotesque guardians in old school RuneScape, which is basically impossible. It's like it took like, I was at like I was in my best shape like ever possibly. I ran like a ton and it was super fun. Like, I was running 10 miles like a month in the winter time at full top speed. And like, I was hitting all my interviews too. Like, I don't know what they're waiting for. They just want me to talk to people, because like it's like, let's just give them someone normal to talk to. Because like, if you're sitting there and you're just talking to like weird dudes, like, how uncomfortable is that? They keep stealing my secret formula though, because on bba-tutorialcode.com, like, I wrote my own book. Alright, I'm gonna bring the stamina potion with me, because if a Revenant Maledictus ends up showing up, then like I have to run over to him, because like they got Revenant dragons right over here. Alright, let's activate Piety so I do more damage. I have some Muscle Milk Zeros, which will be pretty good. 0 sugar. And unlike Muscle Milks of yore, they have, what's my book? It's an Excel coding book on vba-tutorialcode.com. I wrote it in June 2020 when I was a millionaire. And essentially, according to the YouTube, you could control the mouse and keyboard with Excel, which is super huge, because it's existed within Microsoft Excel. Like, I used it in Windows 7, Windows 10, Windows 11, and it barely changes, like, at all. Like, nothing changes. So as long as you solve whatever you need to do at work, then you're basically good. And like, just coding within Excel, I mean, it's pretty lucrative, obviously. Like, everyone wants their numbers calculated. they don't even like pay attention to their numbers getting calculated. Like they could replace you with a dude who spells everything improperly, and it's fine, right? Because like technically, like you're not there anymore, and if they ever decide to like maybe like consolidate and bring you back into the bank, like at least you're not there, right? So it kind of works out. Oh, send you a link. Okay. Nice. You saw that? How cool is that? I'm actually wearing a 32 degrees heat medium long sleeve crew neck, right? I mean, it's a pretty nice shirt, but obviously at like 30 years old plus, I highly recommend the Terramar Thermalator pants. The Terramar Thermalator pants on Amazon XL size are significant for running when you're 30 years old plus, because I mean, when you're running indoors and like you're not at like a gym, plus you could wear them laying down, you could wear them swimming, you could wear them. I have 28 pairs of the Terramar Thermalator pants, which I could write in chat. They're so good. Like, so good. Like, I'm sure you guys wear clothes, right? But yeah, the 32 degrees heat long sleeve crew neck medium shirt is pretty nice too. You could wear that under like dress shirts at like the office during the winter time if they have their air conditioner on, instead of like putting on like a cheap looking jacket, and you could look tight like a tiger, like a Coliseum tiger, right? You guys see my Dragon Claws video? That was so fire. You could actually get a red dragon mask in this game, like at the GE. It's only like 5,000 gold, so you could run around with a red dragon mask. It's just cosmetic, but I mean, it's pretty cool. If you put like a dragon chain body on and like dragon plate legs, it's like 600k gold total, and you could basically be a red dragon. Well, you work to get your dragon scimitar, which is totally realistic. Show. I have a lot of friends. Like, I've always had a ton of friends. Like, if you saw my Stuntman Ignition stream, you could just tell that I have a significant amount of friends, and like just being able to hit those types of jumps at that level and being able to land just on the spot while filming cinema was really just next level kind of gaming on the Xbox 360 console. Like, I would really want to play Pokemon Snap, for example, with my Elgato HD60S, connecting my N64 per my Elgato Classic Console Connect to PC playlist, because I have like the Alienware Aurora R11, which starts up immediately. And I mean, playing the N64 on your PC is pretty fun. Like, why run over to the TV and plug in all the cords to the TV when you could just connect your consoles to your PC and like just hit on people respectfully, be like, yo, check out my Pokemon, like straight up, like, because that's basically what we need more of, like in this country. I think personally, like, if more people were to speak up about like how good their Pokemon collection is, like, I personally, I missed Pokemon Black and White. Like, I saw a picture on Twitter yesterday, and they had like the boat in Pokemon Black and White, and they showed like the town. They released that game November 2011 in the US, which, it's like, how am I supposed to know? Like, how was I supposed to know that they released a new Pokemon? There I was, sitting there, like, I cut the sleeves in my own Transformers short sleeve shirt. I turned it into a tank top. Like, I was at the gym at college. They upgraded our gym in college and the parking. Whenever you choose your college, you gotta choose one that has a lot of parking. Maybe smaller in nature. And definitely one that has, like... Because it's either smaller in nature and you can walk to class and not look bad, or it's large and you actually have space and you could actually cook food and stuff at your dorm room because you have a stove and a fridge, like a real fridge. You don't have to like bring your own like mini fridge. But that's just other stuff. Like, you could learn way better stuff at like in other areas, or if you go to grad school. Like, I've worked at 8 companies. None of them remember me. I ran 2 of them with my book, and like, there was like 20 people involved with my first job, and like 40 people with my second job, or my second main job. And even if they're all parents, like, it doesn't count, like, at all. It's like, no, actually this wasn't real. It's like, what? It's like, yeah. So that's always fun. Alright, let's go fight the dragons. Check it out. The Revenant Cave, I always teleport here. The dragons are so hard, dude. Like, not for me. I've defeated 10,000, I think 9,000 dragons. The first 9,000 Revenants I fought were dragons. And then the next like 7,000 were knights, basically. Or, well, the next 3,000 were dark beasts, and then the next 4,000 were knights. So I know you can't get a Revenant dragon pet. For sure. The dragons are so cool, though. Like, everything about this. I'm stoked, though, dude. I just want to play... I just want to play Stuntman. Yo, did you guys see me play, what's it called? Oblivion? How fire was that? My Daedric armor? That was, like, the most fire thing ever. It's like gothic art. Like my Morrowind playthrough, that was sick. I did the DLC, which I had never done, the Tribunal. I fought Almalexia at the end of it. Which, like, she's like as cool as Alexstrasza, right? Except I beat her with a scimitar in like a geared temple with like grinding gears everywhere. In Clockwork City. They had Sowth the Seal nearby, strung up with wires. That was fire. Like, I'm sure everyone was showing you guys like the new Diablo 4 cinematic with like the lady, like she's on like the kayak on the river, and like she gets strung up by her blood vessels. It's like, what's going on, dude? Like, this is not Morrowind remastered. Why am I watching this? This is offensive. Like, I've had enough Dark Souls 3 swamps. Like, I want to see, like, marble demon architecture. She's like, what do the demons want with our marbles? It's like, it's not the marbles they want. Did you guys see the lyric Trackmania map he showed? It was yeah, it was on Trackmania 2020, not Trackmania Turbo. Okay. It was called Arctic Night Rush. Arctic Night Rush by Aries, ARIES underscore 90. Arctic Night Rush by Aries underscore 90. ARIES underscore 90. So Trackmania, the 2020 game, the racing game, he was showing like this neon blue level, which looked pretty cool. Cause like I showed a neon blue level in Destiny 2. Destiny 2, they do server maintenance every Tuesday from 10 a.m. until like 3 p.m. So they have like a new cyber level. Cause you saw like the cyber pistol you could purchase. I just explained how to do it in my video, but it's like if you own the Forsaken DLC, which is on sale usually, and you get the Forsaken Cipher, then you buy the Ace of Spades from the Monument to the Lost in the tower, just using the Forsaken DLC, Forsaken Cipher. So once you have the Ace of Spades in your inventory, you go to the Eververse store, and you buy like some silver for like 20 bucks. And you could buy like 2 gun skins with the 200 silver or 2000 silver. And you just scroll over like where I show in my Cybergun video. And you buy the Ace of Spades skin. I don't know if it'll go away, but it is seasonal, so they have past seasons there, so I doubt it. But like, yeah, I mean, that looks mad cool in the game. Like Destiny 2 Lightfall, some of the levels were out of order, but I did show like in my edited Lightfall how to get basically the very end of the game in order, like where the flags were and stuff. Like I edited out like anything that didn't make sense, so it was very streamlined, and I explained like everything you need to do with words and stuff. And then Witch Queen, I edited the entire thing too, which is like slightly, like which flag do I go to? I don't know. But then after that, like Final Shape was straightforward. The raids are impossible. They'll always be impossible, but you could join in progress in Fireteam Finder. So that's always fun, just a witness. And then they have the witness raid. So, I mean, that's if you beat the Final Shape. So that's always fun too. Wow, I can't believe the Blighted Superstores went down this much. How crazy is that? They went from 6,500 to like 5,000. Right now I'm trying to rebuy my Justicar leg guards and another Lightbearer rank. Thankfully the PvP is being very friendly today. There we got a Zabak pet right here. See? Look at his scales. Amazing. So. Okay. I think that basically does it for me right now. I'm gonna go eat breakfast and check my Gmail for any job applications that I did. Let's see how much gold I made. Okay. 6.7 mil. Pretty good. Okay. So like... yeah, I'm basically Beefa right now. Okay.